Look, this is Sammy with Aegis. Sammy with GODWIN Honey. Look, that road right here. So I told everybody that I would show them how to get in here from Sandy Creek. So that's right there is 190. And 190, which comes out of Livingston into Jasper. So this is a road going into Sandy Creek. This is actually a little shortcut, to be exact. I apologize for the hitting the bumps and whatever, but I'm gonna try to. It's probably gonna be a pretty long, but not long, but more than probably 5 or 10 minute video, because I want to show you how far it is in here. So right behind me, like I was saying, is the main highway, which is 190, which comes out of Livingston into, well, actually goes to Livingston to Woodville into Jasper. And then we're staying at is called Sandy Creek Park. And it's back in the woods. I mean it's back in here. I said earlier, there's probably about, from my house to here is probably about an hour, and pulling the camper right at 2 hours. I say hour and 45 minutes to an hour, 2 hours, somewhere on there. I really don't know how long, because I didn't really map it out last night, because when kind of in the Woodville last night, which was dark, I had to stop off at the store and get some gas. And then I realized last night my water pump is going out, which is not a good thing. So I have a friend of mine coming up here today from Liberty all the way to Woodville, between Woodville and Jasper, to change my water pump. He's a Christian man like I am too. So otherwise, it's been a different situation because of how far it is up here. Yeah, I could have went back today, but I don't want to take a chance of me breaking down, pulling a camper on the side of the road being hot. I mean, I don't mind being hot, but I know my wife being hot and my puppies being hot. So anyway, I decided to stay, and he's coming to fix it. So anyway, this is like going off the main path. Like, where are you going? Well, I'm going up into the woods. I think the time before we come through here, we saw some deer, but didn't see none last night, surprisingly. Probably because people around here probably don't obey the laws. You don't shoot them, and only shoot them when deer season is here. They probably shoot them all around. Well, I'm not saying for sure about that, but anyway. So here comes another road we're coming up to. I don't know what the name of the road is. It's just another side road, and that goes into another part of Sandy Creek. So we're going to take a right here on this road, which, my apologies, I don't know what the road's named, but anyway, like I said, glad this morning and last night that I'll do a video of the park. RV camper or somebody had his truck parked right there. I'm assuming he was hunting in there this morning. Alright, let me roll the window down. Alright, to my left here, not to my left, my right, there's campsites. Let me pull in here. People got tents. See people sleeping in tents. Anyway, people sleeping in tents. Anyway, it was pretty cold this morning. I don't know how that wasn't freezing. Like I say, people got their tents put up right here. And there's you can walk people fishing right there. Park place to fish, and there's people right there in their We're camping at Wolf Creek Park in Cold Springs. Not Cold Springs, in Woodville. Anyway, so that's where tent sites are. Really, no RVs, just tent sites. I apologize in advance, but I can't respond back to the chat because I'm on my cell phone. All right, well, we're coming back into the main camp, and see, there's a tent spot, there's another tent spot, and then, like I say, this is the main camp right here, or the main entrance to the camp, into Wolf Creek Park. And see, it says sign that says anyway, Sandy Creek Campground. So this is the main building. Sometimes people are there and some people are not. This time they're not, thank God. But there's more of the water. And then there's somebody camping right there in a tent, not tent, but in a RV. I apologize for my camera because it's right in the, when I turn my phone to my left, my GoPro gets in the camera. This crap right here. Anyway, that right there is the outhouse and where you can take a shower. There. That's just where you shower or whatever right there. And there's a drive-through campground spot right there. There's somebody camping right here. You see right here, you got your own little hut, so to speak, if you want to sleep in there. And that right there, I call it baby camper because it's not very big. There's another place you want a kind of a hut if you want to sleep in there as well. All right, here's more of the camp. This is, I see, driving to where I'm at, but this way back into where I'm at. But see, the people are here. There's all these tents. No, thank you. I don't want no tent. No. I'm spoiled. Yes, I am. So here's some more people right here with the campers. That's a Momo Jumbo. That's a big one right there. And then there's the same camper, but there's a boat launch if you want to launch your boat right there. See, that lake is pretty big. All right, here's more of the road coming in through here. And look, there's more of the water. Like I said, there's one, they claim they empty the lake every year. That's kind of ridiculous, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, there's somebody else camping right there. Time to come up here, 2-3 times before, just saw alligators, big ones. And the reason I'm on here now, because I'm be a man of my word. I said I'd come on here and do a video. I'm 11 minutes in, and so this is back where we're at. I've got that on for. And that's where you dump your wastewater, whatever, toilet water, whatever. And like I said, this is drive back into the moor. I know it's a pretty lengthy video, but like I said, I want to be a man of my word and said I I done what I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna do a video, so now I'm not gonna do all the camps back in here. I'm gonna do my spot and then part of the Water Lake, and then I'm stopping because this fat boy's hungry. I got some. Well, me and my wife went to Walmart, bought some bean burritos, and they're calling my name. They're saying, "Sammy, come eat me." Then on the side, I got me some pumpkin loaf. I'm gonna have to get off on that too. So anyway, all right. Here's back more of the camp spots back in here. And back in here, I'm not really sure. There's probably a good 20 or 30 spots in here that people camp at. But we're number 30. And here's more of the people fishing out there. And that doesn't my favorite share of fishing. I ain't caught the first one. I think because they drained the lake. Now, I've never seen them drain the lake, but I've heard they have. Yeah, I'm 13 minutes in, over 13 minutes now, but yep. Anyway, there's my wife, lovely wife right there sitting at the table. I mean at the picnic table. There's my lovely wife sitting right there. And then there's her camper right there. Look, there's the water that I took a video of this morning. All right, y'all, I appreciate y'all listening to my nonsense, but y'all have a blessed afternoon. Just remember, if you put God first, everything will be fine. God bless. Thanks.